All right, ready to go? Go.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ron Varner. I'm part of the committee you're going to hear from tonight. But before we begin our meeting, would everyone please stand and join us with the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you very much.
On, give me a second. Test. Okay, we'll go closer. Welcome, everyone. My name is Ken Johnson, and you know I live on Birdie Drive. I'd like to sincerely welcome everybody because this is an announcement meeting, and it's for the members. And there's a large group of you, and we are recording it. It will not be on Channel 97, but it'll be on our website, and it'll be linked that way, and you'll be able to get a notification if you had your email address set up. So, tonight, the agenda. I'm going to do an introduction. I'm going to cover the mission statement. I'm going to cover a little bit about our website. That's number one. Number two will be current initiatives, recall, litigation, election reform. Number three will be state of affairs. Number four will be submission of questions process. And number five will be a closing statement. Our goal tonight is to end in community unity rather than conflict. With that being said, I'd like to start out with, tonight we are here to announce the launch of Sun Lakers for Accountability. Our acronym is SLCC-SLA. That's Sam, Lucky, Charlie, Charlie, Sam, Lucky, Apple. Many homeowners believe that important community concerns have been inadequately addressed by the Master Board over the past several years. Many residents have expressed concerns that their questions and requests have not received satisfactory responses. Based on the email blast released by Mr. Burkle on June 12, 2026, it would appear that those concerns are being ignored. Mr. Burkle promised the community in his closing comments at the open board meeting on April 22, 2026, to restore transparency. Many residents remain concerned that the level of transparency they expect has not yet been achieved. There is also the issue that a singular focus on the Master Board being placed on selecting Troon as our replacement management company. This has meant our annual budget initiative process and any serious efforts to develop a strategic plan would seem to have been abandoned. As a result, a group of involved, concerned Sun Lakes members have collaborated to explore means to establish greater board accountability and transparency. Here's the mission statement. Our mission is to promote accountability, transparency, fiscal responsibility, compliance with governing requirements within the Sun Lakes community. We are committed to ensuring that homeowners have access to accurate, factual information regarding matters that affect the community's finances, governance, facilities, and long-term sustainability. Through research, education, and communication, we will seek to empower homeowners to participate meaningfully in community governance and to encourage the Master Board's decisions that reflect the best interests of the membership as a whole. We have supported effective leadership, responsible stewardship of community resources, and a culture of openness and integrity in all our community affairs. We are nonpartisan, issue-focused, seeking constructive solutions that strengthen community governance and preserve long-term value of Sun Lakes. We've launched the website with email blast capabilities called Sun Lakers for Accountability. Again, it's slcc-sla.org. To find us, enter the website name in your browser address, because this is not a published domain. It's not a www. So enter in what I just said to you into the address bar. It will provide documents, analysis, information for homeowners to review and evaluate independently. It will be an information portal supporting important factual information regarding high priority and significant issues. We welcome those who are motivated to become more immersed in our community's governance and politics to consider participation. We are an open group that relies on the collective wisdom and professional background of those participating with a commitment to present only factual information. To contact us, our email address is info@slcc/sla.org, and be sure to enter it in your email address at contact, so replies will not go to spam or junk folders. And again, if you want to have your email, there's a question form in the back. Please add your email. With that, I've given you an overview of what we're trying to do, and now I'd like to turn over the microphone to Bob Hicks. Thank you.
Wait, Ken's quite a bit taller than I am. Everybody hear me okay? Okay, good. My name's Bob Hicks. I've been a property owner here for 8 years, lived here actually for the past 6, and I live over on the north side, and I'm not going to give you my street. My function here is to present to you the initial initiatives. That's kind of a strange thing to say, initial initiatives, but the first initiatives that our group has decided should be the primary focus for the near term, meaning the rest of this year. And so tonight I'd like to discuss the 3 initiatives that Sun Lakers for Accountability believes are important to the future of our community. 2 are immediate priorities and 1 is longer term. Our goal is simple. These initiatives are about protecting property values, preserving amenities, promoting transparency, encouraging accountable decision-making, not personalities or individual agendas. The first initiative has already started, and it consists of the recall of Gary Burkle. The recall effort was not intended to tell homeowners how they should vote. Rather, it provides every homeowner with an opportunity to participate in a formal democratic process to evaluate the performance of an elected director and determine whether his continued service is in the best interest of Sun Lakes members. Between now and the recall election, every homeowner will have the opportunity to review Director Burkle's actions during his tenure and decide whether he should remain in office. Too much discussion about important community issues has occurred through rumors and social media, rather than documented facts, creating unnecessary division within our community. We will present all relevant information, as Ken referred to, will be available on the website. Regardless of how you vote, we encourage every homeowner to become informed and participate in the process. The second issue or major initiative is litigation. Litigation may be necessary to seek an injunction, delaying further negotiations with Troon until an acceptable request for proposal, RFP, has been developed. As a first step, an internal dispute resolution, IDR, process was initiated at this past April. Changing management companies is one of the most significant decisions an HOA board can make because it affects the financial management, maintenance of community assets, homeowner services, compliance, long-term planning, and ultimately property values. Major vendor decisions should be based on clearly defined requirements, measurable performance standards, and a transparent process that allows meaningful review before any long-term commitment is made, with as much community participation as is realistically possible, not what's convenient. In our view, the board conducted a materially defective procurement process, ignored established governance procedures, limited meaningful review, restricted member participation, and is attempting to commit the association to a long-term contract before those deficiencies are corrected. We repeatedly unsuccessfully attempted to resolve these concerns in a less public forum directly with the board, to no avail. Litigation is not intended to stop progress, but to ensure progress occurs through a process that protects homeowners and minimizes unnecessary financial and operational risks, which there are many when you think about changing management companies. Let me make it clear. We do not challenge the board's authority to seek alternative vendors. Our concern is repeating the process used to replace FSR's food and beverage management with Morrison CCL. The former or initial members of the PAC analyzed the Morrison CCL agreement and identified 32 major concerns in the agreement. A report of that was sent to the board, yet the board neither responded to nor adopted any of those recommendations. 6 months later, food and beverage operations were on pace to exceed the worst FSR annual operating loss by more than $1 million, raising legitimate concerns regarding due diligence and fiduciary responsibility of the board. Due to Mr. Ganino's efforts, he managed to actually deal with that with Morrison CCL and sought an amendment to the agreement, but even that has left us with an excess loss above the budgeted amenity subsidy of $700,000. We believe that rather than further polarizing the community, litigation provides an appropriate legal process to elevate whether the board acted competently, to evaluate, not elevate, to evaluate whether the board acted competently and in accordance with its fiduciary responsibilities. Make no mistake, recall and litigation are measures of last resort, intended to restore accountability and transparency when all other efforts have failed. The final item that we think is really important and really serves to set the stage for better boards in the future deals with election reform. We will take that on in the fall of this year, and later we will introduce initiatives to improve voter participation and strengthen candidate vetting. Additional details will be shared later in the fall. Thank you. Excuse me, next up is Paul Beeks.
Well, I'm going to echo a little bit about what Bob just said, because he made some really, really important points that we all need to hear maybe twice. Again, my name is Paul Beeks, and I'm a member of the Sun Lakers for Accountability. In order to create a civility within a community, you must have law and order. Here in Sun Lakes, our civility comes from a variety of documents, such as our CC&Rs and our bylaws. Beyond that, the swimming pools and the golf courses have multiple rules for conduct. Those that violate their conduct are often held accountable by the board. The question is, who holds the board accountable for their conduct? Well, that question is simple. It's we, the residents. the very reason why we are here tonight. Our board of directors collectively have failed us. They are using the same old playbook in replacing First Service with Troon. This playbook was first used in the signing of their contract with Morrison CCL that lost us $700,000. Their playbook reads as follows. First, they used a request for proposal that was poorly written and lacked the most important procurement details. Second, they tried to negotiate a contract based on a flawed business process. Lastly, they have an attorney who seemingly glances at the contract for approval. Bob Hicks and his colleagues reviewed the Morrison CCL contract and discovered 32 major errors after the contract was signed by the board. Sun Lakes, Troon is not a good fit for our community. They do not have any HOA management experience in the state of California, and their services are well known to be very expensive. California happens to be the most litigious state in the country. On average, there are 4,600 lawsuits filed in California each and every day. So Sun Lakes, why do we need to take such risk when most residents can't afford to do so? Approximately 18 months ago, my wife Carly prepared a survey for the board. 3,300 homes were sent a card for residents to fill out and write in their comments. 1,500 or so surveys were returned. Sun Lakes, do you want to know how many First Service complaints there were? Yes. 4. That's right. 4 complaints out of 1,500 on this survey. Sun Lakes, based on this survey, does it make business sense to fire First Service? In my opinion, the board has violated their fiduciary responsibility as a result of this management change. This evening, I stand with Sun Lakers for accountability. We love this community. We are ready to take the lead in the fight to save Sun Lakes. Board members serve at the pleasure of the residents at all times and can be recalled by the residents at any time. Tonight, our committee has announced the recall of Gary Burkle based solely on his poor business judgment and lack of leadership. Gary was actively involved in negotiating the failed Morrison CCL contract. As the board's president, I am certain he is actively involved in the Troon contract. In conclusion, it's time for the board to think rationally regarding their business decisions. Stop the shell games within the procurement committee and respect the Davis-Sterling Act. It's time for the board members to put their guardrails back in place and offer this community real transparency, such as what you're witnessing tonight. Sun Lakes, this is your community. You own it. Please stand with us so you can afford to keep it. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Paul. Appreciate that. My name is Larry Rice, and I'm the newbie on the group. And so they've asked me to step up here and tell you all that we need your questions. But because of the legal aspects of everything, they want us to have it in writing, and they want us to reply in writing. Okay? So at the back of the room, we have questionnaires. And we would like for you to fill those out with your email address on it. We will return it to your email address, as well as we're going to post it on our website so that everybody can see those questions. Okay? I need my glasses, yeah.
I figured that. It's not in Braille. Mine wouldn't work with you.
The responses, or your questions that need responses from the board, will absolutely be sent to the board for their responses. Detailed support documents and legal materials are available, will be available on our website, and then you can email us or anything else for any of the questions you might have. It's really important that we get your questions. We want to take all of them, not some of them. And with time constraints tonight, we just can't take all of you. So if you don't mind, please fill out those forms at the back of the room. Also at the back of the room, we have a petition to sign for the recall of Gary Burkle. We need your help. Any of you who would like to sign that, it is available at the back. Okay. Next, I'd like to introduce Jeff Ranieri.
Before Jeff gets going on the microphone, when we post questions, your name will be redacted and your email will be redacted. We're more interested in the question and our ability to factually respond. And again, we won't be posting your name or your email address.
Ready for me now? Good evening. My name is Jeff Ranieri. Like many residents in Sun Lakes, I paid little attention to the issues facing Sun Lakes. My mom and dad lived here. I wanted to come in and golf. That was my focus. I didn't know much about what was going on. And after deciding to run for the board, I realized I didn't know enough about it to be on it. So thank you for not voting for me. When I was invited to join Sun Lakes for Accountability, I accepted because I wanted a better understanding of the needs of our community and become more informed about the issues affecting our community. We are proposing the recall of Gary Burkle, president of the board, to afford Sun Lakes members the opportunity to judge for themselves whether his conduct and leadership, both as a board member and liaison to the Financial Advisory Committee and Procurement Advisory Committee during his 3+ year tenure, warrants his removal or not. And that'll be up to you. Residents have repeatedly asked the board to provide transparency regarding their decisions to seek a new management company, and more importantly, the process they have used to represent to our community. Those requests have gone unanswered. The current board has decided to terminate first service. And as we were talking earlier, I found out that True North, one of their largest properties, is managed by First Service. I didn't make it up. It's a fact. I couldn't believe that. So, I lost my place. Anyway, what we need is your support. We need your backing. We need you. If you're interested in being a part of this, Sun Lakers for accountability. If you're not interested in being a part of this, if you're interested in putting your information down, giving a question that we can represent for you and give you answers for, and sign a petition to show that you do care about Sun Lakes and you want this to be the best place it's been. Because I know several of you in here have been around since my parents were here. And when I'd come up and visit, this was a gold mine. And it can get back there. And I think it just needs your help. So I thank you for coming tonight. I'd also like to thank, I noticed that the president and vice president of First Service is also here. That shows their concern. They care. And they're doing their part. Was everything perfect? No. But it is getting better. Thank you. Please make sure you sign questionnaire if you like a question, and sign the petition. Have a good evening.
That's the end of our formal program. I hope that you talk to friends and neighbors. You start searching the facts. Some of us have seen some of this going on, and we don't like it. That's why we got Sun Lakers for accountability. So have a safe evening home. And again, we will get back to you with your questions with the answers we can. And again, we're going to send the critical ones to the board. Thank you for coming.